difficulties, but we continue racing here at Homestead, at least for right now. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. We have 181 laps to go, and it's kind of weird. It didn't feel like I was listening to the stream through my earpiece here. It didn't feel like the audio was cutting out at all, so therefore I didn't think that we were doing a bad job as far as that went. Didn't think it was lagging out that bad. It was abrupt, but we're gonna keep it going here right now.
Car outside. You're all clear up top.
Of course, once again, we've only had one caution in this race so far tonight.
Stay high. Alright, you're clear there.
Started this race about 9:07, 9:08 Eastern time. Kind of a later race on a Thursday night.
Still there.
Nevertheless, we're trying to get it done here.
Alright, clear outside. Stay high, stay high. You got room, you're clear.
Back to the in-car cam once again. And it will be for the final time tonight.
Careful, still there. You got
But
room,
we're
you're clear
still
there.
a little over. Half track behind us from getting this lap back.
Alright, you're clear there. Clear low, bud. Clear all around. Alright, clear outside. Careful, still there. Clear high, bud. Stay on the bottom. Got one peeking outside. Top screen, easy to be needed.
Out of the hood cam for the final time here in this race, and not only in the race, on the
Stay high
night,
up there.
but
Clear
on
all
the
around.
season as well. Once again, this is our 2019 season. Our 2020 season will be coming up.
Still there? All clear.
What they say about caution breed caution. We've only had the one so far in this race here tonight. 172 laps to go. There's still plenty of time in this race. Not even at the 100 lap mark. They're just over a third of the way home though.
Still there. You're all clear up top. Still there. You got room. You're clear. Careful. Still there. All right. You're clear there. Still there. All right, you're clear. Stay low, stay low. All right, you're clear there. You're all clear up top.
Just caught Kurt Busch in the one car there, trying to put him 2 laps down in this race once again. Either way, we
Top three, you do what you need.
throw the block on him. Trying to get around these lap cars as well.
Clear low, bud.
Yes, indeed, we got a good race going right now. 100 laps complete in this one at this point.
Stay high up here. You got room. You're clear there. Still there. Clear all around.
We're going to be on the regular cam here for the remainder of this one. We have 165 laps to go currently.
Caution's out.
And we just now have had our second caution of the race. So we have just reached the second yellow of the race here. Kurt Busch will get the free pass once again. And once again, he will now be 1 lap down. Kyle Busch in third. 3 laps down, he'll get the restart on the outside in second. Right alongside of us here. So we're going to advance to the green flag. Oh, well, Busch actually lost a spot on pit road to Reddick, so he'll restart right behind us in third.
Ready.
See how that works out for him. Green flag back in the air here at Homestead. 162 laps to go following the second caution of the race.
You're clear.
Down on the inside of the racetrack right now, just trying to block off Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick for the moment.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Here comes Busch to the inside. De Benedetto on the top. Busch is going to make the slide job off of turn 4. Kyle Busch is now 1 lap down, hoping for a quick yellow. He got a huge run, though, down the back straightaway into turn 1 once again. Staying consistent with running the top side of the track. I kind of like it here. One down to the bottom and 3 and 4.
Wow, that's fast. Inside.
Just ran our fastest lap of the race that last lap. It was a 32.161. Fastest lap ever here at Homestead in the Cup Series, though, is a 32.086. Just less than a tenth of a second. About 800ths of a second off from our fastest lap ever. Yeah, we're not even in the clean air right now. We're in dirty air. Right behind Kyle Busch. A little bit of a mistake there, 1 and 2, and a bobble. Tyler Reddick's still not going to be able to capitalize, though.
Got one down low now.
Kyle Busch knows for about 10 laps he can stay out in front of me. At the most, but that's going to be about it. Only driver out of this race through the first 2 cautions that is DNF'd was Brad Keselowski, and that was before we even had our first yellow of the race. And Keselowski is one of the 4 championship drivers, so it's only down to the 3 drivers right now to win the title. All Toyotas. 2 Joe Gibbs and 1 Levine family racing driver. The 2 Gibbs cars, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. And Matt Benedetto here for Levine family racing, trying to win it as well. So Toyotas will finish 1, 2, 3 in the standings here by the end of the year, but us being a single car team, we didn't even care about the other 2 coming into this one, to be quite frank. Big move on the inside here. We're closing in on Kyle Busch. We had a big run on him that time, and now down to the inside, down the back straightaway. Side by side into turn 3. We're going to clear Kyle Busch off the exit of turn 4. And Busch is 2 laps down once again. So we did not get the quick yellow this time. 155 laps to go. He's still fighting, though. He's trying to stay within distance, but he's only going to be able to even remain that close for not too much longer. Busch is down to get back into this thing eventually here. We have just reached the 1 hour mark on the race. Not quite halfway home yet. 20 laps away from being halfway done here. That was the best restart I've had this entire race. I only let 1 car pass me, and it was Kyle Busch. In fact, maybe even one of the best restarts all season. That's Benedetto here for us. We have led every single lap in this race since lap number 9. Right now we're on lap 116. well over 100 consecutive laps riding. That was including all the way through both of the yellows we had. And big of a 2-lap lead on the field. We've got a 1-lap lead on Kurt Busch and a 2-lap lead on everybody from third on back. At least that much of a lead. Anyway. We're lapping a third on Kurt Busch right now. Long green flag run with 72 laps to start the race. Now we got a car blowing up down the front straightaway once again. Will that bring out our third caution of the race? At least not right now. It's Ryan Truex, who is the slow driver on the track this time.
Alright, you're clear.
Chevrolet there. Will Truex be able to get to pit road in the middle of 1 and 2? Busch just able to slide underneath him there. Down the back straightaway, he's not able to get off the racetrack yet. Wait to see as we have our second engine failure in this one with 149 to go. It's likely going to be our second DNF of the race. A little tight.
Careful, still there.
To stay in the gas and still keep it off of Daniel Henry, keeping the car going straight, keeping it clean in the process.
All right, you're clear. Stay high up here. All right, you're clear.
Side by side with those lap cars, they almost made contact in turns 3 and 4. It's up to back here who exactly it was. It's like Bubba Wallace and no, that might be Ryan Blaney in the 12. Oh, a little tight there off the exit of turn 4. That was turn 2 rather. That was Raymond.
Still there. Clear high.
It was Blaney.
Careful, still there.
Around the bolt to put them both in the lap down here. Yeah, I don't know why this 95 car just keeps getting tight all of a sudden in these corners. Now I have a problem with the car being tight all day long until the middle portion of this run.
You got room, you're clear. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. Got one peeking inside. Road clear.
Right up against the wall, 3 and 4 here that last time.
Still there. Got one outside now. All right, you're clear there. All right, you're clear. Still there. All clear. Stay on the bottom. You got room. You're clear.
Quarter of the track away here from putting Kurt Busch another lap down. We are not going to pit this time by, but we will pit next time by. They're just really tight. We're not nearly as fast as what we have been on the longer runs in this race.
Got a car coming inside now.
This current long run right now, we'll be better off if we can get a yellow here. Or bring it on the pit road, but nevertheless, I will bring it on the pit road.
Still there. You're all clear up top.
This slow way to get on the pit road as well here. And the lap car is just in front of me. Tried not to get ran over from behind by Joey Logano as well. And we are on the pit road for a 4-tire pit stop now here in this one. And a full tank of fuel in the process. Busch back on the lead lap, but we're still going to be in the race lead, at least for right now. On the exit road of the racetrack, now trying to get back onto the track. About a half-track lead on Kurt Busch right now. And the battle for the championship here for the Monster Energy Cup Series. Been a dominant race so far, but folks, remember that Martinsville race when we won to get into this championship race? It was a nail-biter. Despite the fact we had a 4-lap lead. We only had a 2-lap lead here. I say only, it's a big lead, but 2 laps versus the 4 at Martinsville. How quickly all the cautions align. We've only had 2 yellows so far here today, but whew, very close to getting into the side of the 17 of Stenhouse there. flags in the air. We're halfway home.
Alright, clear outside.
We are halfway done here in this 267 400 mile race.
Still there. You're all clear up top. Alright, you're clear. That's the halfway mark.
21.5-second lead and growing on Kurt Busch right now. Kyle Busch currently the first driver 1 lap down in the 3rd spot. If you missed the very beginning of the race, one of the championship competitors here in the championship 4 went down with a blown engine before the first caution within the first 50 laps. It was Brad Keselowski. Now leaving it to just 3 drivers to battle for the title. Matt DiBenedetto, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's been in the top 10 most of the day tonight, but I don't think he is yet to be in the top 5 in this race. Really, the only 2 to be in the top 5 the majority of the race has been Kyle Busch and Matt DiBenedetto. Fresh tires on the rest of the field right now, so we're definitely going to blow by these guys. Hopefully we can catch Kurt Busch. Just in case a 3rd caution is to come out in this one, hopefully he can be a lap down again. So if he does get another free pass, he will get back on the lead lap, but he'll be restarting at the rear of the field.
Say hi, say hi. Alright, you're clear there.
Not sure how competitive the next season is going to be in the Cup Series with stages. So far with the Truck Series, it doesn't seem like it is as competitive as I would have hoped for. Kind of dominating the early going into the season. That Xfinity Series season, though, I'll tell you what. We've had 3 different winners in the first 4 Truck Series races, but in the Xfinity Series, we've had 5 races and 4 different winners. That has been a fun season so far. Hopefully the next Cup Series season with the stages will be as well. Oh, whoa, big loose moment off of turn 2. And a little bit of a bobble even down the back straightaway still. .28.5-second lead. Denny Hamlin is about to go 2 laps down. He's in the 8th spot right now, one of the other championship competitors. He's in a tough spot now, 2 laps down in this one. As far back as 8th in the field, it is going to be tough for him. And pretty much all night it's been showing that it's going to be between Matt DiBenedetto and Kyle Busch to decide the championship, which I kind of called that a race or 2 ago. Called it at Texas and Phoenix. Because Kyle Busch in the round of 8 was having some pretty good runs. He finished second, and second in all of those races.
Hold your line, say hi.
I won the first 2, but then finished 4th at Phoenix. So, I mean, riding a string of 3 straight top 2 finishes. Can he get the win here today to get it done? He doesn't even need to win. He's just got to beat me at this point. If I happen to fall back in this one, then try to catch him from there. Next driver right in front of us now is Kurt Busch. And if the caution can not fly for at least another half a lap for us to get around him and clear him, we'll be good. Now into turn 3, we're going to clear Kurt Busch. Put him a lap down once again.
Say hi, say hi. You got room, you're clear. You got room, you're clear then.
again, we did have an issue earlier on in the race. Just about 100 laps in, we had an issue with the Wi-Fi disconnecting, so sorry about that. Having to do 2 different videos. Hopefully it doesn't happen again to the end of this race. It's been a long time since I've had an issue with that.
Still there? Clear though, bud.
Tyler Reddick gonna go 2 laps down once again. He's in the 4th spot. Not sure exactly where Kyle Busch is at on the racetrack right now. If we can get him 2 laps down once again in this race, that would be huge for us. Be nice to win the race, but we obviously just want to get the championship won, so we don't have to beat Kurt Busch. So right now we just have to beat Kyle. Let's see if the Busch brothers might try to help each other out here over the course of the race. Got the pressure tires in the field here. Short pitting did work because I was able to get a lap ahead of these guys once again. Only the 2 cautions over the course of almost 150 laps into this race. Had nothing but long green flag runs, which has really helped me. After about 10 laps in a run, I am the fastest car on the track. So there's Kyle Busch just in front of us here. If we can get him 2 laps down, that's going to put him in a hole that he's going to have to try to climb out of once again. Going to quickly try to get it done. We know how these cautions can fly here over the course of the season. We easily are going to get around them and clear them.
You got room. You're clear.
If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, I would highly recommend subscribing for more NASCAR Heat 4 content as well.
Still there.
Other future NASCAR content released if you haven't already. Went race by race who I thought was going to win over the course of the season. Also do based off of how the qualifying times and the practice times are looking over the course of a race weekend. Those videos will likely be out either late Saturday night or Sunday mornings. Oh man, slight contact with Almirola. What a save by the 10. So I got loose off of turn 2 once again. I've had problems with that periodically here in this one.
Hold your line. Road clear. You got room. You're clear.
When I got loose, I came right down into the front, the right front of Almirola, and he made a great save. Wouldn't have been good for me. It would have put Kurt Busch back on the lead lap. Man, see, again, just getting loose off of turn 2. Staying in the gas. And not overcorrecting it, but correcting it back to keeping the car straight.
Hold your line, got one outside. You're all clear up top. Hold your line, got one outside. Clear high, clear high. Stay at the bottom. Trail around. Careful, still there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Julian Byron's had some good runs here in the playoffs as of late. Won this season. Unfortunately, he couldn't make a deep playoff run, so it's all for naught as far as the championship is considered. But just notice that over the last few races we've had here. And we now have our third caution of the race. That'll put Kurt Busch back on the lead lap. So Kurt Busch will get his lap back. He'll restart at the rear of the field though. And Kyle Busch will be 2 laps down, of course, again. So he's going to need for a couple quick cautions. And Kyle Busch actually lost 3 spots on pit road. Oh, restarting 6, so that's not good for him. We'll see how this restart will be. We've had some crazy ones already. Of the couple we've had, 111 to go, and the green flag is back in the air. Wow, Truex coming on strong on the bottom. Thought I could block him off, and then I got a little loose there trying to do it. And now in the wall off the exit of turn 2.
Inside,
everybody packed here tightly side by side on a wider 1.5-mile racetrack. Here at Homestead, Denny Hamlin just got one of his laps back. He's currently in the 8th spot.
All right, clear outside.
Now down to the bottom, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Harvick on the bottom right in front of us. We couldn't fully run the corner like I wanted to there, and that's going to keep Tyler Reddick on the top. We did clear Denny Hamlin though. And now we just ran our fastest lap of the race here, even in traffic, a 32.091, sliding up the track again. Here comes Hamlin on the bottom. Oh, loose off of turn 2. Contact is made. We're going to lose a little bit more track position. Kyle Busch had a terrible restart and is still stuck back mid-pack. Still plenty of time, but him being 2 laps down, he really needs to get going here. Side by side with Eric Jones.
Stay low. Stay out to the bottom.
Nope. Just cannot clear the 20 car. Look at that. He just bottomed out in the middle of the corner. On the top side of the track of all places too. Just keep trying to shoot to the inside. Now we're going to pull up in front of the 20, but not the 11. Side by side with Hamlin now. Down the back straightaway once again. Just going to throw the block, but here comes Hamlin with a crossover move, looking back to the inside in turns 3 and 4. He's still looking, and now Eric Jones going to get to the outside of Denny Hamlin. The inside of Harvick now. He's not giving us a lot of room either. Driving it in deep there. Not going to be able to clear him though off of turn 2. He really pinned us down to the bottom. Right up against that white line, but we're still going to power through the corner to get around him. Here he comes right back as we throw the block on him in the middle of 3 and 4. Martin Truex Jr., Tyler Reddick just in front of us here. Currently 1 lap down, racing for the free pass position. But they will be racing for the free pass position at 2 laps down rather than 1 lap down here unless they get a quick yellow. Truex is clear. He's now 2 laps down. Tyler Reddick is in 3rd. So we go down to the bottom of the track trying to overtake him. Big slide job move there in turns 1 and 2. Reddick going to try the bottom, but he's not quite going to get back to our bumper. Tyler Reddick will fall 2 laps down once again. As far as the race for the win is considered, though, Kurt Busch on the lead lap. Just about 9.5 seconds off the lead. Kyle Busch trying to climb back into this one. He's up to 5th again. And there's a lot of gap here to try and catch up to Martin Truex Jr. and even Tyler Reddick, who is currently in the free pass spot. Over till it's over, though. We have to fight till the very end. Even though we haven't had many cautions at all here tonight. Right back on the top side of the racetrack here once again. I like to run here more often than not in the 1.5-mile tracks. A little bit of a mistake that time, though, off of turn 2. .100 laps to go here tonight. 168 of 267. It's definitely getting down to the nitty-gritty in this one. 12-second lead on Kurt Busch. Trying to get Matt DiBenedetto here, another one on the season and a championship in the making.
You're all clear on the top there. Still there. Clear all around there. Careful, still there. Clear all around.
Oh no! Got it back in the 96, hit the brakes to try to quickly jump to the inside. So he was running the top side there through 3 and 4. Gave me a little bit of damage on the front bumper. Doesn't look too bad though. Rewind up through the middle here to Cody Ware. Michael McDowell will get past both of them. Got about a half track lead right now on Kurt Busch.
Stay high up there. You got room. You're clear there.
again, we can run about 62 laps on a full tank of fuel with 94 to go.
Careful, still there.
So even if a caution is to come out right now, it would not be the final pit stop of the race.
Careful, still there. All clear. All right, you're clear there.
The way our tires wore out on the opening stint of the race, we pitted about 5 laps earlier than the rest of the field. So how will that work? We are right, if we somehow stay green to the end, we are on the border of, well, we have to pit once or twice to the finish. And if we have to pit twice, that could be the difference maker. Loose again, kind of slapped the wall.
Stay on the ball. All clear. Still there. You got room. You're clear. Got a car on now.
That got pretty tight off of turn 2 there. Close to the wall without touching it. Fastest line around the racetrack.
Stay low. All right, clear outside. Careful, still there. You got room. You're clear.
Almost thought Daniel Suarez was going to come down into us there in the exit of turn 1. I really tried to push it into the corner hard there to beat him on into the entry. I did, but he almost got into us in the process. .88 laps to go. Trying to at least put Kurt Busch a lap
Careful, still
down.
there. Clear low there.
Keep Tyler Reddick from getting the free pass. I guess Reddick is 2 laps down, but would also keep Kurt Busch from lining up right alongside of me here on a restart.
Still there. You're all clear on top.
Busch hasn't had the greatest pit stops in this race, especially under caution. I don't think he can have another bad pit stop in this one. You saw how he restarted 6th, and it took him a while just to get back into the top 5. And that is most of the reason why he isn't in the free pass position right now. And instead, it's Tyler Reddick in that spot.
All right, clear outside. Clear low, clear low. All right, you're clear there. Stay high, stay high. Low clear. Stay low. All right, you're clear then. You got room, you're clear. All right, you're clear then.
28.5-second lead on Kurt Busch. Trying to put him a lap down here. Once again. Huge. Caution comes out. A restart at the rear of the field on the lead lap instead of right up next to me on the lead lap.
You're all clear on top. Car high, careful. Clear all around. You're all clear up top.
See Kurt Busch off in the distance here on the back straightaway now. He's not that far away from going a lap down once again. Just a couple lap cars in between us.
Stay high up here.
Kurt gonna need a caution fast here, because we're probably gonna catch him on this next lap. We have 81 laps to go. To the inside of Kurt Busch into turns 3 and 4.
All right, you're clear.
Just got around him.
Clear high, clear high.
And we'll keep it that way. Easily clearing Kurt Busch off at turn 4. 80 laps to go at the line. We have a lap lead on the entire field once again. Kurt Busch. Gonna have to hope for back-to-back cautions again in this one, as will Tyler Reddick, especially Kyle Busch back there. Another loose movement off of turn 2. I think that's just going to keep happening throughout here. Could choose to tighten the car up a little bit, but I did loosen it up more though. Getting tight before we took that last pit stop. The last green flag pit stop, that is.
You got room, you're clear there.
Well, there's Kyle Busch up ahead. In danger of going 3 laps down, and in terms of the championship, with almost 75 laps to go in the race, he can't have that happen. Currently in the 5th spot, trying to get around the lap car of Chase Elliott. He will. We're up on the outside of the racetrack here, trying to catch him. We're going to get the straightaway speed on him because he's given us the top lap car of Landon Castle. Gonna get in the way though, and we had to hit the brakes hard down the front straightaway before we ran all over into the back of him. It's a good move by Kyle Busch. He saw that coming, but now he's got to hold on again. Can't come up the track to block. Tries to use Menard as a pick, but we're going to beat him to Menard, so that's not going to be able to work. And in the 5th spot, Kyle Busch is now 3 laps down. And in terms of the championship, it is now looking good for him. And in terms of the race, and the race winner, it's not over yet with 75 laps to go. And very easily get a couple cautions, and Kurt Busch is right in the thick of things once again, as he has been multiple times throughout here, especially lately in the race. We got fresher tires on the field right now, and it's proving to be a big factor. Truex in fourth. He's going to go 3 laps down. Tyler Reddick, who's in third right now, he's going to go 3 laps down here pretty soon here if he doesn't get a caution. So only a couple more cars before we catch him. We'll probably catch Reddick this next lap.
Still there? You got room, you're clear there.
What a miracle it would be if Kyle Busch can come from 3 laps down just to get back on the lead lap and even have a shot here. Reddick gave us the outside. He went to the inside of Matt Tiff, so Reddick will go a lap down. None of those guys in free pass positions, though, with Kurt Busch being a lap down. One of the more dominating races all season long that we have had. Especially in terms of laps led ratio. We've led all but the first 8 laps of the race. After qualifying 11th. It didn't take long to get to the lead. We've led every lap since.
You got room, you're clear there. Clear level there. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
Just joining, even though it seems we might have the championship all but locked up, the race itself is not all but locked up, with Kurt Busch being 1 lap down. Couple cautions and we could have an exciting race to the finish. We are borderline on trying to make it on 1 stop to the end. It is going to be very, very close if it will be a 1 or 2 stop race to the finish. We have 69 laps to go in this race, a little over a half hour away from the finish. And again, we've only had 3 cautions the entire race. Right in between the lap cars of Corey LaJoie and David Reagan there. 68 to go now. We are on lap 200 of 267.
Stay high, stay high. All right, you're clear there. Clear high, clear high. You're all clear up top.
It's got a ways away here before we even catch Kurt Busch to put him 2 laps down in this one. Oh, big moment here. Loose off of turn 4, slightly into the wall.
You got room. You're clear there. You got room. You're clear there.
15% tire wear on that right front and hitting the wall there in turns 3 and 4 of that last lap off the exit of the corner. Didn't help as far as the tire wear is concerned. As far as fuel goes, we're still on the outside of the window of fuel to the end from here. So it's not like it's just the tires. We're likely going to have to make this a 2-stop race to the finish here. And with pitting, can Kurt Busch actually cycle back through as the race leader? If not, he's definitely going to get back in the lead lap. And can Kyle Busch maybe even have a chance here to still win the championship if he can, assuming that I have to hit pit road first. Kyle Busch stays out a couple laps, can get a yellow there. Obviously, we'll still have to pit another time too. Maybe he gets 2 quick yellows after getting a lap or 2 back. While I'm on pit road, I mean, I guess it's not over yet, even though he's 3 laps ahead. Might not seem right if you are newer fans watching.
We're going to beat those tires to last, driver.
Just like any other sport, comebacks can happen. Kyle Busch has even been in the 5th spot for quite a while, too. Caution. With 63 laps to go, we have our 4th yellow of the race. Kurt Busch is back on the lead lap. That probably wasn't exactly what Kyle Busch wanted, but here's the thing. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to the finish while the leaders probably can. So that could make for an interesting race to the finish for us here. Definitely have to keep an eye on it. Busch will get the free pass. He'll restart at the rear of the field. Kyle Busch gained a spot on pit road, so he's up to 4th now. Green flag will be in the air. 59 laps to go here at Homestead on the season. Will this be the final restart of the year?
Alright, you're clear there.
Following that 4th caution of the race, Kyle Busch trying to quickly get a lap back. If he can get a quick caution after that, it'll be 1 lap down. It isn't impossible. He's going to need a string of a couple cautions in a row here if he's going to want a good shot to win this title. Busch now 2 laps down. He just got around us. It'll take us about 10 laps before we can get back around him. So now is definitely going to be the time for Kyle Busch to try and get a yellow and get within at least 1 lap. I'm not back of the lead, that is. But then again, a caution is going to hurt. We're probably going to have to pit before the end of the race. If the caution comes out, we can just pit then. Well, we just have to see. Or we just stay out to make sure Kyle Busch doesn't get a free pass. And a wave around and get 2 laps back. I think that's just going to be the case. Truex just got one of his laps back now. Maybe he's going to try to block for his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate. Again, they haven't really talked about Denny Hamlin. Of course, we haven't talked about Brad Keselowski in this one either. Keselowski's been out of the race for over 200, or almost 200 laps now.
All right, you're clear then. Got a carload now.
Nice crossover move by Truex to get right back around us. 55 laps to go.
Inside.
On the outside through turns 1 and 2 to try to get back around it, but us racing with each other, and now Tyler Reddick in the mix too to do the same kind of racing here. That is allowing Kyle Busch to get away. Big side draft off of Truex there into turns 3 and 4. Truex another crossover move. Reddick into follow, side by side now with Reddick. Truex just got around us, and now we're 3 wide on the racetrack. 3 wide in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Look at how tight this is in between the 2-lap cars. And Reddick not only going to get one of his laps back there, but he's going to pull up in front of Truex as well to get right back down to the inside again. Pretty good battle going on right now, and Truex looking to the inside of Reddick. He's not going to get there. Reddick blocked off by me as well. 53 laps to go at the line now. Light racing clean though. We'll just have to see. And try to catch Kyle Busch here as quick as possible. Gaining back on Kyle Busch here, those last 2 laps when we ran right up against the wall on the outside. In quite a bit. Busch has been on the bottom. Just over a 7-second lead on his older brother Kurt Busch. Oh, big loose moment there off of turn 2. A bobble and a pretty good save on top of all of it. .49 laps to go. Ran the middle lines through turns 1 and 2 that time, and here we go. What will Kyle Busch do to block here? Trying to remain 2 laps down to the inside of Kyle Busch. Can he try a crossover move now into turns 3 and 4? Goes down to the bottom here to follow us as we slide up the track, but he's not going to have any shot at a crossover. Kyle Busch once again 3 laps down in the race now with 48 laps to go. Dominating race so far. We just hit 11 o'clock, just past 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We are pretty close to the 2-hour mark in the race. We'll hit lap traffic here pretty soon in the next couple of laps. Busch about a third of the track behind here. 10 seconds off the lead. In second.
got room. You're clear there.
Still assuming that we are going to have to pit in this one, so even though we've led a lot of laps consecutively in the race, and we have 45 laps to go, I'm just not sure that we can win this one.
Stay high. You got room. You're clear.
At least not without pitting one more time. I think the leaders can make it on fuel. They've conserved their tires a lot better than I have throughout the course of this one. We'll just have to see.
Stay high, stay high. Clear low. Hold that line, driver. You're all clear up top. All right, you're clear there. Still there. Got a car high and out. All right, you're clear there. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there.
One to go.
Hold your line, got one inside. All right, you're clear.
Over half-track lead here on Kurt Busch. He's 17 seconds off the race lead. Either A, hoping for another caution, or B, he knows too that I'm likely going to have to pit again. So maybe even just staying green to the end might be his best chance of winning, but he'll have a shot either way. Kyle Busch in the free pass spot right now, but he is 3 laps down currently.
Clear down low.
But if I end up having to hit pit road, and get 1 or 2 laps back and then get a caution, and get 1 lap back and get back-to-back yellows, and he's back on the lead lap. Again, not impossible. 39 laps to go though, and time is running out with every lap that we are counting by. We just hit the 2-hour mark now on this race. A little over another 15 minutes to go, roughly, to decide the champion here in the Monster Energy Cup Series in 2019. 20.5 second lead on Kurt Busch.
Careful, still there. You got it, Ruth. You're clear there.
Have not ran our fastest lap ever, at least yet in this race. Here at Homestead.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. You got room, you're clear.
25-second lead now on Kurt Busch.
You got room, you're clear.
Busch just now going into turn 1 as we're coming off of turn 4. 34 laps to go at the line here for Matt DiBenedetto. Oh, yeah, Landon Castle kind of got up in our way there.
Careful, still there.
Helped Brendan Gaughan in our way as well. That's allowing Kurt Busch to get away once again. Slight contact with the back bumper of the 62 of Gaughan.
Stay high out here. You got room, you're clear. Car on the outside now. You got room, you're clear.
33 to go. So it might allow Kurt Busch to hang on for another lap or two before he goes a lap down. I'm not going to risk this thing too much further without pitting here. So that way, if I do lose the lead, which I likely will lose the lead, so if I do lose the race lead, it'll give me more time to run on 4 fresh tires here to the end of the race, assuming we stay green, assuming Kurt Busch doesn't come on the pit road. Told you, it's going to be a fun race to the finish. Maybe not for the championship, but for the actual race win itself. It likely will be.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
Oh, big moment there. Had to hit the brakes off of turn 2. I thought that they were going to get right into the back of the 40 of Jamie McMurray.
Clear high, bud.
Got really loose off the corner again. And that was close.
Still there. You got it, Rude. You're clear there. You got room. You're clear. You're all clear up top.
Denny Hamlin is still out on the racetrack, of course. Currently 3 laps down and about to go 4 laps down here in a couple moments. 29 laps to go. Kurt Busch still on the lead lap here, just less than 30 seconds off the race lead. Lap traffic here. We got about a 5-car mess as there are 4. Oh man, Hamlin looked to make it 4 wide there. In the middle of it being 3 wide. Quickly back down to the inside of Eric Jones now.
You're all clear up top there.
We have a 31-second lead on Kurt Busch. We will have 27 laps to go when I come onto pit road here, as I'm coming on this time by to service a 4-tire pit stop, full tank of fuel. And a little bit of time is going to be wasted here on the track before we get onto pit road because we were stuck behind Bubba Wallace in the 43. But down on the pit road we go. Final pit stop of the race here tonight. We couldn't make it to the end. The leaders will likely be able to make it. So we'll see as we have 27 laps to go. How far out ahead will Kurt Busch be if a caution comes out for the 5th time before the end of the race as well? See how that'll go. Kyle Busch will likely get one of his laps back here, so he'll be 2 laps down. Maybe get back-to-back yellows and he's on the lead lap. It's not impossible, and you can never say never at this point in the race.
All right, now, dig.
Kurt Busch in the race lead. Busch has a lot bigger of a lead than what I thought he would have had. "13 seconds ahead, but now we've got 4 fresh tires to the end of the race.
Stay low.
Get right back up to speed here at Homestead. 26 laps to go. That is the first lap we have not led in this race since lap 8. We're on lap 242. We have led well over half the race. Can't drop back any more positions though. We have to at least finish second here. 25 laps to go.
Still there. Top 3, use it if you need it. Car outside, hold the line.
The lead down, just down under 10 seconds here for Kurt Busch.
Still there. Clear high. All good.
Denny Hamlin fighting for 6th right now with Kevin Harvick. Both those drivers are currently 3 laps down on the racetrack. Hamlin almost came up, but he did give us the room to go.
All right, you're clear.
5.5 seconds back from Kurt Busch now for the race lead, and the caution will fly, giving Kyle Busch another lap back. 5th caution of the race here as we have 22 laps to go. And surprisingly, it doesn't look like anybody's going to come down onto pit road this time. So we'll get to see this little race to the finish. We're going to have fresher tires than Kurt Busch. And we'll see for sure if he's going to pit or not. I don't think he's going to pit, but here we go. Will this be the final restart of the race, or will we get another caution and maybe Kyle Busch can have a chance to win it here? Green flag back in the air. 18 laps to go in the season here. Tyler Reddick now looking down to the inside. The restarts have been crazy throughout. Power move on the outside on 4 fresh Goodyear tires compared to what's on the car of the 1 team of Kurt Busch, and just like that, we're going to power through as the race leader and likely pull away. But again, will we get another caution? Or 2 or 3 or however many more it might take for Kyle Busch to get back into this thing. 17 laps to go. We're back in the lead once again. Oh man, he's off the turn 2 again, just holding on to it though. $15 laps to go. We are likely going to catch lap traffic here before the end of the race if we stay green to the finish. Hoping we do though. Don't want Kyle Busch to get back on the lead lap. You never know what could happen. Oh, slightly into the wall there. $13 laps to go. Kyle Busch has put me in a predicament too, that if a caution comes out, he'll get the free pass so he can pit. He'll still restart at the rear of the field, but if I pit, and he's going to restart right up beside me, and I don't want that to happen. I'd rather him be on 4 fresh tires from the rear of the field with me on old if we get another caution. So that's the bind we're in, hoping we stay green to the finish for the final 12 laps now. Again, we've only had 5 cautions here today. An alright amount, but pretty steadily paced race though. Quite a few long green flag runs. We've never had cautions within a 40 lap stretch of each other at all today. The cautions have paid out in my favor when they have fallen.
Go.
10 laps to go on the season. Look at the crowded champion here in Monster Energy Cup Series. We're about to catch lap traffic here. We'll catch him next lap. 8 laps to go.
Right, you're clear there.
Could get tight off in turn 4. Nope, they're going to let me go on the outside despite the fact we were 3 wide there.
Clear high, bud. Still there. All right, you're clear there. Careful. Still there. Clear high, clear high.
6 to go. Been a pretty fun season. I'm thankful for all of you that have joined me here through each of the first 3 seasons. Oh, first seasons through each of the 3 series here in NASCAR. Already in the middle of 2 of them, and we'll start this next Cup Series season with stages rather than without. That will start next week at some point in time. Not sure exactly what day, whatever day we'll have most time next week.
You're all clear up top.
We have 5 laps to go now in the race.
Still there. Clear low, clear
Again, I
low.
had a NASCAR 2020 predictions video. There'll be more predictions video weekly videos leading up to the race, as well as post-race analysis later after the races are over. We have 4 laps to go. Future vlogs coming up this season. Plan on attending 7 NASCAR Cup Series races.
Car outside, hold the line. All right, you're clear.
Just hoping we stay green here to the very finish. 3 laps to go in the season.
Clear high, bud.
Matt Benedetto looking for his first championship here in the NASCAR Cup Series. Just a dominant performance here almost all throughout. As far as the ratio goes for laps led.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Definitely one of the more dominating races on the season, if not the most dominating race here.
Clear.
And we are now about a mile away from getting to the white flag. So-called the surrender flag. In this case, at least. Off of turn 4, we're going to get there. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Homestead. We're going to finish this race on 5 cautions, assuming we make it back to the checker, but we do know for a fact Matt Benedetto will win the championship here. It'll be his first career title. Kyle Busch is going to bring it home in 3rd. And just in front of us as well, Hamlin will go another lap down here. Checkered flag in the air off of turn 4. Matt Benedetto will win his first career title in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Good job.
What a season it has been. And now a victory celebration. Matt Benedetto winning his first title. We got it done here on NASCAR Heat 4. Probably one of the better burnouts I've had all season too. I mean, better race, better burnout for my sake as far as domination. Blew the engine again. Just a great race. That is going to be all here for this one. 143 minutes. That's 2 hours, 23 minutes here total time in this race. Only the two drivers finished on the lead lap. Kyle Busch finished third, so we had to finish second or better to win the title. And we did. We got the race win. And there is De Benedetto in victory lane with the trophy presentation here in the Ford Ecoboast 400. Kyle Busch actually had the fastest lap of the race, 31.865. It was all for naught. We led 250 of the 267 laps in this race. Unbelievable. Only led 2 different times in the race. Tough break for Brad Keselowski early. We'll never know if he would have had a shot to win the title. But yes, that is going to be it here for this one. Thanks for watching. As always, obviously more NASCAR Heat 4 content here coming up on this channel in the future. Daily content will be coming out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button for more. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the race and or the commentary. I'll catch you next time.